just got to thinking, because as a foster parent, I obviously deal with a lot of the trauma and like the reactions to that trauma and how we deal with the trauma, the behaviors, things like that. And that's not just in my home. That's also like things that I'm dealing with doing at school. And today I had a meeting for my now 13-year-old foster daughter that I've had for well over a year. And them like describing things that you know are caused by like this trauma or that trauma, but then being able to like also say like, obviously it's not okay, but it's like, I understand why it's happening and like why she does what she does. And you know, me trying to figure out like how am I dealing with that to like down those behaviors that are also happening at home, but maybe a little bit smaller because I've dealt with it for a little bit longer in a lot longer time frame, you know, in the home and things like that. And being able to be like, hey, here's some tips and tricks, but also I can't really tell you her whole story. You know what I mean? Like I can give you like odes to like, this is what she's struggling with without like telling her story, if that makes sense, because that's her story to tell. And it's hard showing up and being like, yeah, okay, I know that's like why she's doing that. Okay, yeah, that sucks. I'm so sorry. But like, how do you deal with it? And I just am like making this video because I am so absolutely grateful for the school that most of my kids attend, because it is in the mountains in this little itty bitty charter school where she is in a graduating class of like 8 kids in junior high. Like my daughter, my 14-year-old, she graduated from the junior high last year, and there was 8 kids. She was one of 8. And that's the entire junior high graduation class. So the entire 6th, 7th, and 8th grade junior high is only about 30 kids at all times. So it's very tiny. And so that gives space for teachers to be able to have a lot more one-on-one time and to deal with it. But obviously there's going to be moments where like teachers are like, hey, it's just too much. Not too much like we're done here, but like, hey, it's a lot. Like we need to figure out what to like do better and how to change this to like make sure that her needs are being met, but also that our like time is not being is not revolved around trying to solve this for this child all the time. And that's so hard because you're like, I feel for this kid, like this sucks. It sucks that like these needs weren't met and now you feel like you need to meet them in this way. But I'm so glad to like have adults that are like willing to talk to me and willing to like come up with new ideas and new plans and new like resolutions. And so if you would like to know how I think that dealing with like kind of an attention seeking, control needing behaviors is that I am going to bring it all the way back down to kindergarten. And I asked them to provide her with like I had a good day, I had an okay day, and I had a bad day kind of thing. Very simple. I was like, don't give it too much. Don't give her tons of notes. Don't give her criticism. Just be like, hey, like, I think we struggled a little bit. So it was an okay day, but you did okay, you know? And making sure that we're still giving positive affirmations and things like that as well is important. So we're going to bring it all the way back down and we're going to start doing that. But that also gets her need of attention met because teachers are checking in with her and they are filling it out. And when she has a really good day, she's going to be very freaking excited that she has the attention of having the best day yet. But also like being in control of like what is happening with her own life by being able to determine how well that day goes and being able to go to the teacher and be like marking this and being like, yeah, I think I did okay, you know? So I think it's going to give her a little control, but it's also going to give her some attention. And then we can come home and we can talk about it every day, and that'll give her more attention and being able to have reminders in the morning of like, hey, how could we do this better today? Or, you know, hey, you did really, really good at that today. I know you could do it, you know? So, anyways, what a hard time, you know?